They'll be calling you a radical. I'm going to talk about post-ignorance. I'm going to talk about the environmentalist movement, about the anti-nuclear establishment, how we lost, what happened, the evolution, the mass die where the deer and the antelope used to play. I'm going to try to freaking tie into reality through the art, through the conceptual nature, through the visual nature, through the poetry, through the literature, through the visual genre, through the painting, back to the roots of all humanity. Look, this country was so incredibly anti-nuclear that it was unbelievable into the 80s. How did this happen? How did this fail? How is this possible that we fell when the entire world was... You know how anti-nuclear this country was in the 1980s? Right here, American Ground Zero, right on this university, where I taught, where I went to school, where all the great anti-nuclear establishment, right here, right here. We was the powerhouse of the world. We were so hardcore anti-nuclear, the whole world was. In Central Park in 1982, I was there. We're talking 1.2 million people. The music, the art. What happened? What happened? The panty painters took the field. I'll tell you how it evolved and exactly. I want to talk about post-ignorance. I want to talk about our movement as artists and how you have to stand and how you have to create the art against all odds, against the freaking wind. Look, seriously. So 82, what happens? Our worst nightmares, everything is an anti-nuclear, it happens. Chernobyl, a man-made nuclear meltdown. Human error, as we said. No, I feel good, take the human error. Oh, what's Fukushima? So, how is that possible? Up is down, black is white. They captured the literature. They captured. I'll tell you how. That's why I'm headed to Vienna. It's so important I go there at this place and this time in history as the art's been created. Thomas Ackerman and I made the art. Thomas Ackerman, the established artist who sold art all over the world, major museums all over the world, established artist, freaking in the resale market all over, incredible freaking established artist, which that's hard to do as a living artist, what he did. When Fukushima happened, you know, he came to me, I started using I went all in. I went all in as the artist, all in because we knew how epic this was, how important, I mean, that's what artists do. They record history in the time and they stand against all odds, against the wind, all in. The IAEA had captured the World Health Organization, had captured the unit Yalta by the sea. He dropped dead. They could totally captured it. So they have all the money. That's why it's the artists, the grassroots artists. And I'm going to do a show one time, just the stuff that's been sent to me since this vlog 5 years. As the BP dynamic, the environmentalist that I am, as the artist. This, I've run through my head millions of times, billions of times. What is this? Visual blues, literature. What is this genre? I mean, it's so new and it's so revolutionary and it's so radical and it's so... What is it? I've tried to define it in my brain, in my logic. Post-ignorance. I see post-ignorance like this. So Ackerman goes all in. The establishment blackballs him, and I want to tell... So the IAEA goes to work, Chernobyl. That's when the PR nuclear firm was born, on Balco. They spent $30 billion. $30 billion. As David reached into the bag and he pulled out the stone and he slugged the stone and it struck the IAEA, the nuclear cartel, in their penny painters in their head, and it embedded in their head and they dropped to the earth. They spent $30 billion. The artists took the money. The music, la la la, la la la, every last single one of them. All of them. Down 7th Avenue, they switched to 11th Avenue, 311s, 1111, in your head, in your head. Where'd you sleep last night, Kev? I slept in the dead fucking pines where the red sun always shines for time and all eternity. There is no stairway to heaven for those who will die. Who wrote that song? Oh, the Ballad of Danny California. 311s, 11, there is no stairway to heaven. 311s, oh, into the bone marrow transplant on 111111. 311s, there is no stairway to heaven for those who die. The dead antelopes where the deer and the antelope used to play. So they go all in. They hijack the art. They try. So right here on this university, the University of Utah, right here, American Ground Zero. I very much want to call this out. Ackerman, the established artist, the Canadian artist, probably the most famous living Canadian artist there is in the resale market there. For real. They've got him blackballed. He's in all these museums. So he's been going to him with his presentation, his free radical to presenting post-ignorance. All, as he says it so perfectly in front of the moment as we protest just like Jackson did. Fucking mother well, father dead. He says it so perfectly. Who's making the paintings? We made the paintings. We made the art. Stood on a fucking art. That's what artists are supposed to do. We did it back to our native roots. Back to those native roots that never left me. Someday you will see Kevin by the sea. See Kevin by the sea. See Kevin fight for the sea by the sea. So we battle. We fight. Blackballed. So get this. In Ottawa, you read this and you tell me. And now let's talk about originality. The University of Utah, Weber State, we've done this exact identical show for well over 40 years. So they teach it right here, my old program, they teach it in retrospect. That's what they've done. So they're created it, all the downwinders of Utah. Kevin's a downwinder. Mike Lee, right there. You can watch the interview with me and Mike Lee. Oh, my father died. He was a downwinder. Oh, you're not, Mike? Plutonium's half-life 20. That's what they did. Through Mary Dixon at the University of Utah. That's what they did, all of them. They show these music. You can ask Carol Gallagher. She's alive and well. I know it here. American Ground is here. Ask about the debt clock. Alice McFarland herself in Chicago. They have the museum in D.C. that does this exact show for 30. Nobody gives a shit because it's old art that was done in the 50s. Not even art. These recording history photographs that were done by, and now they're going to spin it, repackage it, regurgitate it because it's all retrospect. That's what they're trying to do. Oh, this happened in the past. You're a downwinder in the past. There's more people in Utah that die of leukemia and cancer from the open air tests in Nevada today than there ever was in the 50s. Half-life 20, it's not in the past, it's in the future tense for time and all eternity. Then 3/11 happened. So post 82, 80% of everybody in this country is anti-nuclear or anything, anti-nuclear bomb, and nuclear bomb energy are the exact identical same thing. They're a disaster. Price Anderson, you pay for it, you fund it, you rob it, it kills you. You know how many people have died from Fukushima and you don't even die? And so they go into earnest with the propaganda machine, NBC, owned by General Electric. This is University of General Electric. I've done all this in the belly of the beast, right here, right here. This is, boy, can I get into that dynamic. I taught right there, the #1 school of business in the United States. Not now, they don't even make the top 300. So I taught right there. #1, finance. I was a finance guy. So as it evolves and goes forward, they throw the kitchen sink. PR firms, oh, the pretty green reactors down there in LA, the flat. By the way, he's friends, the guy who runs that PR firm at West 10, which I was in East 8 with. I mean, I'd like, wow. What timing, what amazing timing. Here I'm a hardcore anti-nuclear. Fukushima happens, what more incredible to compel this story as they're trying to do Blue Castle as Kevin Blanch in the East 8 in Salt Lake City. In Salt Lake City, a downwinder multi-generation, as his father died in the Nevada test site, his freaking dad, atomic veteran, now he's got it, he's fighting in this dynamic and you're able to use this incredible genre to watch it. I'm like, oh, this country's, then I learned the panty painter had won. How'd the painter painter won? Oh, we can't watch a conversation with a guy who's got leukemia. Oh, well, interview, hundreds of interviews. Oh, we can't have this conversation, Kevin. Oh, I can't have it. Ooh, you're talking about death. You're talking about, because I'm going to live forever because the panty painters won. The propaganda machine of the IAEA won in Vienna. I think it's ironic, Beethoven. I'll be there because the PRs just go at. But we had this new genre right here. We made the art. I made the art. We kicked down the museum walls. The Metropolitan, the MoMA, the freaking Whitney, the Guggenheim. By charter, read their charter, they're supposed to show the paintings, the videos that are happening as the contemporary, as it happens, not retro. Now even the Metropolitan, they're the old, show the old. I run into the guy who's running the cleanup. He physically touches Landers Peak. Landers Peak right on the other side. He physically touches the natives. He touches them with his finger there. I have witnesses. That master, the Hudson River beautiful artist that, I mean, what a masterpiece that is. You're talking $1 billion paint. He touches it. I don't know who this guy is. I'm like, really? You arrogant fuck, you got that? And he sees my shirt. He says, oh, you're one of, and then we start arguing. We start fighting, find out he's from MIT. He's in John Holden. He's there for the opera. He's the professor at MIT, the ex-guy that's running. He's in the Abominations 32. I looked him up. Me and him are going at it. There's Ackerman with me. There's Shane Russell. I'm trying to present them into the museum. The last wild Canadians, the last wild German, the last wild Lion, the last wild native. I'm native. I was born here on this landscape. Thank you, Red Feather, my beautiful native friend. Thank you to the Navajo fighting their ass off on the uranium mines against their own people. The propaganda machine. Oh, it's pretty clean little reactors. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So I leave Wednesday. I'll land in Vienna Thursday night. I'll spend The whole time there is the IEA conference, Bilderberg's there, as the same time that there's no coincidence. This important conference, the end of the spew cycle, because they're finding more ways to freaking profit off death. These things are fucking death cycles. They're not magic. There ain't no answer for the waste piling up all over, and they use the waste that you're paying for through Price Anderson, through the American complex to kill you. Then I'm off to Germany, to Berlin, to meet with the great activists who kicked their ass out. Solar took the field a long time ago. This technology is totally worthless. All it is a cash cow mass murder killer. But the artists, we made the work. We did, we're the only artists on fucking earth that fucking made the work. We fucking made the work. There's some great vloggers and bloggers made some fucking incredible. Gamma, Smokey the Clown, Rad Chick, some incredible fucking work. Missy Sky, some incredible. But as the visual genre, as the paintings go, here's Ackerman standing right there. Probably the most famous living Canadian artist. Sells his stuff for, you know, 100,000, 30,000. He makes the paintings he's supposed to make. Oh, so now Ottawa's gonna have, oh, we're gonna show retro fucking photographs. That's fucking art. Again, they've captured the museums, they captured all, and not my words, I'm talking about her at the biannual at the Whitney. She says as we do that fucking protest, when we schedule that protest at the moment, you know, going to in symphony with Helen Caldicott's ridiculous tea party, we knew full well, I knew full well that the Royals were going there. You know, that piece of art is, that is the cornerstone. That I painted that on the bench in front of the moment. As Ackerman says, it froze real nicely. I painted it right there at the USS Reagan, defending them. All this incredible work that I've done is made with Lori in San Diego, with so many activists that have showed up. Activists show up in every nook and corner. This genre is that powerful. I just show up. Lonnie Clark comes to me, she says, hey, take it on the road. You're in critical condition. Are you fucking nuts? No, take it on the road, Kev. I know what I'm talking about. I have that intuitive mind, that San Diego girl. I have that intuitive mind by the sea. You've got to go on the road. I'll pay for, show up blind. Somebody always comes in. Another artist always shows up and we make the art. We've done the work. This incredible genre, thus post-ignorance. I see post-ignorance like this. It's been amazing power. Let them blackball us, because we'll kick their fucking doors down. We made the paintings, we made the freaking videos, we made all the music, the literature, the poetry, it's all there. It's hung on a clothesline, the skins, it's all there. Out there on the landscape where it had to be. It had to be. It had to be. That's where it had to be. We did the work. For David reached into the bag and he slung the stone. You know, this goes back to any ancient philosophy, any strong philosophy. Back, the art, look, Popism died. Popism died 3/11/11. I know it fucking died. It's dead. Everybody's going along and they're faking it. It's nothing pure. All's the art that's being made, all this fucking panty painting, it's pure masturbation. It's pure fucking masturbation. The fucking hairspray, it's fucking bad porn. It's fucking soft porn. It's shitty fucking porn. It's porn. Fuck, you know, no, this is, I said it for years. People have argued with me. I says, oh no, my fucking art is the sex. It is fucking sex. My ex-wife, me and her used to get to it. I talk to it all the time. That beautiful, incredible woman. I says, look, girl, the rest of it's pornography. The way you and I live, that's sex. That's the reality. That's the art. That's the environment, because I'm on the fucking landscape. I do the fucking work. She says, oh, I get it, Kevin. You know, we don't have to be swingers. We don't have to watch pornography. We're not, because you and I have it. Oh, but she couldn't hang because I won't fucking fall for the popism. You know, even when I was on Wall Street, I wouldn't fall for the fucking popism. When I taught here, I'm the fucking environmentalist. It's not fucking past tense. It's here now. The greatest fucking ecological catastrophe in human history is called Fukushima. The fucking whales dying, the Pacific Ocean fucking dying simultaneously with the antelope fucking dropping dead after the fires of Chernobyl, after they had the explosion of Chernobyl. That's what killed them. And oh, the immune system compromised. We're going to get back to you. Dead fucking whales, dead starfish. I do the work on the landscape. I had to do the art as it happened. That's done. Nobody can do that art now. You can go on and do all the fucking panty painting and everything you want. It doesn't matter now. It has to be done as it happens. Ackerman and I fucking done it. Eric Jordan, the graphic designer, came to me out of nowhere. Boom. Packaged it. You know, help. You know, Lonnie fucking helped fund it. You know, Patrick McCormick makes some, you know, Little Finnegan. You know, all these little, every place I say, there it is. That's the art. With this incredible genre, this credible place. It's not past tense, and that's what they're doing. The museums are, we're going to kick, look, the first museum who breaks fucking ranks. And it's going to be one of the big ones when they break ranks. It'll be the MoMA. It'll be fucking, probably the Whitney. Maybe, I'm an American artist, by the way. Right here, you know, right in your fucking face. Right in your fucking face. Hardcore. You want to try to fucking kill me? What a story, what a powerful genre. And it's been underestimated, not by me. The art's done. Thus, post-ignorance. Stay tuned. See you in Vienna, see you in Berlin, see you in Budapest, see you in Prague, see you in northern Denmark, where my family, oh, wow, I can't wait to get to those beaches where my family should have been as they were hijacked and taken. Holy Moses, see you in Rome, see you in Florence. Vienna, I'll be there the 11th with the whole conference there in their face at the IA, the propaganda machine that has taken money to kill. I know this dynamic. I'm going where I have to go. Beethoven, right where I walk through them royals, and I'm going to metaphorically do it the way it's supposed to be done. It's time right here, right fucking now. Whether it be a museum in Europe or a museum in the United States, it's time. It's time. See you in Europe. My phone will work over there. This is my phone number. I'll do videos every day, most every day, every chance I can. Depends on what technology I have, what's available at my fingertips, and what I can get my hands on, you know, and I'll wing it. Stay in the hostels, and, you know, I think I have someone to stay with in Vienna for the first days, and I'll be in the protest zone, and, you know, I'm going to rub elbows with the elites of Bilderberg. They're there for the same reason as the conference, because they're the same identical fucking people. Kill you for profit. This fucking mass murder, the greatest event that ever happened ecologically, philosophically, socially, economically. Fukushima. We did the fucking art. And isn't the rejection part of the dynamic? It's time. You want to go retrospect and package, you fucking panty painter fucking rats. That's who's killed you. All of you have loved ones who have died from Fukushima and Chernobyl. You just don't know it from the Nevada test. All of you are in fucking denial because of your fucking arrogance, because you bought into popism. Warhol mocked it. He said it. That's been fucking how many years ago? How many years ago? We're talking Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. We're talking 1969. It's 2015. It's time to fucking throw down the... We threw down the fucking line. I drew the fucking line. I drew the fucking line. I drew the line on 3/11/11. I drew the line every day. I've drawn the fucking line because that's what the artist has to do. Intensely, fucking lonely, hardcore, relentlessly. You have to fucking make the fucking work. As it happens, you can't go retro. You could spin, repackage. That's not art. Stand tuned.